here we go. Awesome. So we're going to go ahead and get started with that right hand under, or sorry, no, I'm a liar. Right hand over and left hand under on the hilt. Good. We're starting with that swing study stuff that we learned the other day. Now we're going to start with the push off the blade, off the hilt. But now you're not going to want to treat it like a normal release. You're going to want to treat it like a drop spin. So you're going to go up and grab right back into a normal spin. So now already making sure that you're pressing the thumb up against the back of the hilt is going to help make sure that saber doesn't wobble in the air. And then press the thumb when you grab it behind as well. Good. Now from here, we lift up like normal to 2. Good. And remember, we pull that elbow up like we're in a J-toss position. And then we pull that elbow right back down to swing. Very light release. And I'm going to re-grab on the blade. Down, up, blade. Go ahead and try that. Yeah, try that a couple of times, letting it float a little bit higher so it goes up here. You're wanting essentially, if I'm coming from up here to lower, you're going to want your saber to just essentially go straight across so that you can grab it right here. Does that make sense? So you have to speed it up a little quicker. Yeah, and then you can try with that first thing, going push and 1, up, 2, 2, 3, grab 4. Good. And now really quick, do we all have a spotter tape on our sabers? Yeah, most of us, if not all of us. Yeah, good. So this spotter tape should be where the balance point of your saber is. And I'm sure we all did that on our sabers. So if you hold your finger at that tape, that's essentially where your balance should be. And that's what's a good reference for everything. So now when I'm here and I'm going into this first drop spin, I need to be above that balance point, right? Good. If I'm on it, it'll feel really funky. And now I go up. And now for this next thing, this is going to be so much easier because now I'm not on the balance point. So now I can physically swing that saber. So go ahead and try that a couple more times now. Yes, good. So if you're on the balance point, it's going to look like this. And it's going to go too low. And if you're above it where you should be, it's going to float and look a lot better. Yeah. Good. Cool, cool, cool. Now from here, you're just going to let that saber keep swinging. Swing. And you're going to aim to go all the way to flat. This is going to be hard if you don't have that wrist flexibility yet. But you're going to aim for this to go all the way to flat. Then you're going to feel down, up, and re-grab on the blade. On the blade. Good. And this is the dumb side of the blade, remember. This is like the sharp side. It's the side we don't like to spin with. So go ahead and try it again. Go here. So notice my hilt direction, right? I let the saber drop this way, and I let it swing, and now you bring it back up that same way. Yes, and that's where you release from. So release and grab. Release. Yep, let it go. Yeah, try it again. So Zoe, you're going here. You're going swing, swing, and then you're going back that way. Make sure you just go swing, down, up, grab. It's coming back to your body. Yeah. So swing, down, up, grab. Yep, and now swing, down, up, grab. Yes, that's it, Zoe, just too much. So you're doing here now, and you want to do a lot less. Down, up, oh, even less than that, sorry. Down, up, grab. You want to be grabbing like right here. Grab, good, 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 good. And now remember, we're going to be grabbing that flat. So everyone go to that flat. Good, and now from here, we're using that weight of the hilt to bring it down, to spin and grab. Grab, good, and now into that last one, I go grab the hilt. Grab the hilt. Good, okay, so let's review that really quick. If you have it, you can just go through it, but I'm gonna review it, yeah? So I'm starting here again, and I do that soft push, and notice I'm not doing like a push lift, I'm just doing a push rotate and grab. Push rotate and grab, beautiful. Now from here, I'm bringing that elbow upwards. Good, and now from here, I feel that elbow press down to my side, press up and grab. Up and grab. Good. And now I'm here. If you have another tape, like where your catch tape is, that's my reference of what I grab. But if you don't, it's no problem. And now from here, I let it swing still. So I just let that swing, and I go down, up, and grab. And grab. Good. And now from here, I go down, down, hit. Down, down, hit. Yeah, try it again. Everyone go like this again. Everyone go here again. So you should be able to do it from here. This is how soft this rotation is starting from this moment, you should be able to pull and grab. That's how soft that is. You feel that now, Zoe? Yeah, that's how little it is. So now you do it with the swing. And remember what we talked about on Wednesday, this is why this is the hardest thing for color guard people to do, is because we love to add energy. Yeah, so you have to make sure this one I use no energy at all. Swing, nothing, grab. Do you see that? It's basically like rolling over that hand because that's how little of energy I'm using to get that out. So everyone go here again now. Now have the hilt up. And so now let's feel swing, nothing, grab. Good, yes, don't even do this much. Don't get it at vertical because then the next stuff won't work. You wanna get it at flat so you can go here, here, grab. Here we go. Yeah, close, Aaron, good. Here we go, and 5, and 6, 5, 6, here we go. Swing, up, down, down. Good, remember, so everyone go back to this again. Everyone go to this moment. So now hold your saber vertically. Remember, be above, be like 2 or 3 inches above that tape, good. And now do this. Your saber doesn't rotate, right? And now hold it flat. But now it rotates, right? It wants to swing down. Your hilt wants to pull. So that's really important to understand that concept because if you're doing this and you're grabbing at vertical, we just did it. We just tried it, right? It doesn't work when you pull straight down. So that means it won't work here either, right? You'll have to use your elbow and the wrong technique to get these out. But if you grab it at flat, all you have to do is pull down. Do you see how the motion now continues? Down and grab. Yes, that's why it's so important to make sure when you're doing these little checkpoints, you should understand that yes, this is a checkpoint, but this is where you're actually grabbing it. Does that make sense? Yeah, try that a couple times on your own because that's really important to know for all hand-to-hand technique. Yes, more, that's still really close. Just do half more right here. Go here really quick. So from this moment, go onto the normal side of the blade. There, and then from there you do single. Half more, yes. Grab, a little higher. A little higher, up, grab, there it is, yes. So that one is important. Remember on Wednesday, we all talked about a light energy, like nothing at all, then a medium energy, and then a heavy energy, yeah? So if you watch, you can see those 3 differences. I'm doing light, medium, heavy, grab. Do we all see? They spin at different speeds. So every single grab I do on those last 3 has to add energy. No energy, more, and grab. Yeah, try that a couple times on your own. No energy, more. Yes, yeah, more, that's it, good. Yeah, these are really uncomfortable spots on the saber, huh? These are really awkward spots. And it's on the, like I call it, the dumb side of the blade too on top of it, so it just makes it even worse. Yeah, go ahead and go here, Zoe, really quick. Go here. Well, actually, first go to this. First go to this. Go to here really quick. Yeah. And now feel up and flat. Up and flat. Yes. And now from that flat, go here. Flat. Try it one more time. Oh, let me see. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, this way. Okay, so go like this. Hilt to the left. Yes. Now from here, it's a really small amount. Let it just kind of go like this, like money hand. That's all it is. And then you feel down and grab. Yeah. So now you're essentially doing that just from the swing now. So watch, I'm doing this, right? Same thing now, I just take out that hand. But it's the same exact thing. Do you see that? So that's why I'm saying is you're spinning it way too much. You're going here and trying to do that full flip. So make sure it's really soft as you go into that down. Yeah, super soft. Go ahead and try it. Soft. Yeah, no, try it again. Try it again. It does have to rotate half. It does have to rotate half. Grab. Yes, there it is. Now from this moment, you're here. Make sure it's flat. That's perfect. Now from here, go down, up, hilt up. Down, up, hilt up. There it is. Beautiful. Good. Catch a little bit higher than the spotter. Remember, for all the hand-to-hand technique, never be on this. Never be on that tape, yeah? And then now you're here. And now you finish it out. Go flat. And now you finish it out with the saber. Yep, there you go. Good, exactly, to grab. So now practice doing that. Practice going light, medium, heavy, grab. Oh, that one hooked on my thumb. Light. Yep, good. Light. Go ahead and try it. Light. There you go. Good. Medium. You got it, you got it. There you go. Nope, half more. Tilt up. Half more. Yeah, remember this one is still a full rotation, so this one's still here. This one's a full rotation still. Yeah, and then from there, make sure you grab higher than that spotter. Yep, and then from there, that's when you go into the single. There you go. Yeah. So you just want to work on rotation. Yeah, and obviously you're newer to Sabre. You just got your Sabre, right? So it's going to be harder to read what your Sabre's doing and understand exactly where the hilt is and stuff as you're spinning. But that's what you want to focus on in this exercise, is from all that swing stuff, making sure you're focusing on where the hilt is placed. Yeah. Let's all go ahead and try it together. Here we go. Let's all try it together. So starting with that left hand under on that hilt, right hand is over. Here we go. And 5 and 6 and 5, 6, 7, press and 1, up 2, 3, grab 4, 5 and 7 and 9, 11, 12. 12. You're welcome, Zoe. I think it's really delayed. I don't know if everyone else heard her say thank you too, but you're welcome. Let's go ahead and try it one more time. Let's go ahead and try it one more time. Here we go. One more time. So counts really quick. I'm sure we all remember from Wednesday too, but push on 8, grab 1, up 2. Yeah, then we swing down on 3, grab 4. Oh my God. And then from here we go 5, 6. Then we release this on 7, 9, 11, and 12. Yeah, here we go. And 5 and 6 and 5, 6, 7, press and 1, up 2, 3, grab 4, 5, 7, 9, 11, 12. Yep, let's do it one more time. Let's do it one last time. One more time. Here we go. And 5 and 6 and 5, 6, 7, press 1, up 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 9, 11, 12. Good. Okay, so everyone go ahead and get some water. Like I said, this exercise we've learned on the right and the left now. Yeah, this swing study exercise is on my YouTube channel too. And that's like a free thing too to kind of watch. And obviously you'll have this class recording and everything as well. But this is an extremely important exercise, not only because of the swings that we talked about on Wednesday, but because of all the hand placements, right? And you guys all feel it. It feels dumb at times to do parts of this exercise. But that's good, because every single part of this exercise I've had in choreography before. Does that make sense? So that means you guys might too. And you don't want things like that to trip you up. You don't want to like not be able to get into a group just because like, oh, you didn't know how to do this thing and grab on this part of the Sabre during auditions. Does that make sense? Yeah, cool. So let's go ahead and go over our next thing. And we learned this thing last week on Wednesday that was with the switching of the fingers, and we didn't learn it on the left side. So let's go ahead and learn it on the left side. So that left hand's gonna be under, right hand's gonna be over. Yeah, it's gonna feel weird. You should look like that. Yeah, good. Now from here, I'm gonna start with 3 drop spins. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3. Sorry, 4. I just counted it in my head. Do one more. And 4, good. Now from here, from that 4, I'm gonna grab 4 and. I'm gonna be right above that spotter tape. Yeah, 4 and thumb up. Now from here, I'm gonna go into a cradle and down to my hip. Make sure we don't go past, and now we grab here at that hip, and now we feel it pull down and grab. And grab. Good. Okay, let's try that. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, and down and grab. Down and grab. Okay, so a couple of tips that really, really, really will help us. Everyone go ahead and go 1, 2, 3, 4, and. Go ahead and go there. Good. So now from this moment, make sure thumb is up. Thumb is up. There you go. And now make sure too that we're at sternum level here, but I am going to go back down to my waist level when I cradle. So I'm going to come down here, and I'm not going to think of myself rotating the Sabre like this. Do we see how I keep going all the way up there? I literally think of my hand pressing down to my hip. To my hip as I do that. Good. And now everyone go back to this moment again. And I'll try to do the cradle up here. Try to leave your hand up here. Do we see how awkward that feels? How you like physically can't leave your hand up there? So that means that's right. You can't try to do the cradle up there. Don't try to do this because your hands won't be able to move fast enough because of the way our anatomy is. Make sure we're here, 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 up, and we go down to the hip that we make room, and then we can go into that. Good. And then remember, it's normal drop spins. Normal drop spins. 1, 2, 3, 4, and down, down. Yeah. Let's go ahead and try one set of it. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, and down, grab. Here we go. And 5, and 6, and 5, 6, 7, press, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and down, grab. Good, yes, good. And now your goal as we do this too is to get it smoother and smoother. Does that make sense? Try not to make it here. Like try not to make it choppy and moving over the place. You want it to look like one continuous motion. Da 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 da. Cool. So now we're all here. Now we're all here. And let's start like this. Good. And now let's do 4 spins. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Same thing. 4 and. This one I put my pinky on the tape. Good. And then I go cradle. And then same exact thing. I go down and grab. Good. And now you do 4 spins, and it just keeps repeating that same pattern a couple times. Go ahead and try that a couple times on your own. I'll help. Go ahead and try it again. Zoe, go here. Go here. Oh, you're so frozen. Okay, Zoe, I can't see you, but I do know that you're grabbing thumb down. So make sure that when you go, I don't know if you can see me, but when you go into your spins from here, make sure from this moment you were going thumb up to grab, thumb up, and look how close there, sternum level. Now from here I go into a normal cradle, and I come down to this hip, and my left hip. And then from here, now I'm set up with my hand under in this space, hand under, and now I can do drop spins there now, down and grab. So now I'm doing spins here. So now it's on a weird part of the saber for these next spins. And then from this moment, you do 4 more spins, imagine. And then from there, you go up, right back, and I put my pinky on my spotter for this one because it makes it easier. And I do the same exact thing. I go into cradle, I grab under, and now I'm gonna grab pretty close to that spotter tape. And then I do my normal drop spins again. Down, down, down. So that's all the pattern is over and over again. Is you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, switch, 5, 6, 7, 8, switch, 9, 10, 11, 12, switch, 3rd, 4th, 5th, switch, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, press. Yeah, cool. So let's go ahead and all try it together. Let's all try that 16 count phrase, or sorry, 16 count exercise, and then we'll move on to our tosses. Here we go. Actually, we have consecutive singles, I forgot. Here we go. And 5, and 6, and 5, 6, 7, press, and 1, 2, 3, 4, switch, 5, 6, 7, 8, switch, 9, 10, 11, 12, switch, 3rd, 4th, stop right here. Okay, so let's try it again. Let's go and try it again. So remember, after we go back from sternum to hip, we stay at hip. When we pull down, don't pull down too hard. It's going to be a big habit to try to do this. See, I'm now all the way back up here, and we all know we cannot do drop spins up here. It's just like impossible, yeah? So make sure you're going here, and you're keeping that low, 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 and low. Low, the only time it goes high is on the switch, yeah? Sternum down, down. Here we go again. Let's try it. And 5, and 6, and 5, 6, 7, press and down, 2, 3, 4, switch, 5, 6, 7, 8, switch, 9, 10, 11, 12, switch, 3rd, 4, stop right here. Yeah, there you go, Aaron. Yes, the first one that you did, you just grabbed thumb down. That's all that happened, yeah? And that goes for everyone. It's, after we do patterns a bunch of times, it feels weird to keep doing it, right? Like once you do the pattern over and over again, your hands like want to mess up. You know what I mean? Because they want to like break out the pattern that you're doing. Keep it consistent with the count. Down, 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 switch, down, 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 switch. Don't lock only into the counts, lock into the feeling. Like I'm locking into like this action. So every single time I say switch, I know that my hand is doing that action. Does that make sense? It's kind of an easy way to kind of build patterns into your body. Cool. So great job on that one. That's just like a little fun one. And it's like kind of like a level, it's a step down from double time because double time includes like just doing it over and over again, right? This one's just 4 counts of it. Yeah, so it's a very good step into double time and everything. And then if you're wanting to explore double time, message me. Yeah, and then if you want to get better on double time and everything, just send me a message and I'll send you a video. Cool. Let's go ahead, get some water, and then we'll move on to consecutive singles. Okay, so while we're getting water too, I want to make sure we understand that this concept of grabbing at flat is extremely important. Truly. It's like one of just the biggest things I think us as instructors, as we're teaching students, it's the thing that we want kids to understand the most because it's what continues motion. You know what I mean? And I'm sure you guys feel it. Like this is like my biggest analogy on how to like truly show that like if you catch things vertically, it can't continue. Does that make sense? It can't continue with the right technique. You can only use your elbow to continue it from vertical. So that's why it's important right now when we do these consecutive singles, even though I'm going to be doing these checkpoints and I'm going to be telling you like, oh, you're catching here, you're really catching flat every single time so that your saber can be continuing. Flat up, flat up. Do we all see that? I don't know why I said flat like a British person, but yes. So now everyone, let's go ahead and set with that right hand under and then left hand will be over. Good, good, good. We'll start with 4 drops in just like the other exercise. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Now from here, instead of doing our 4 and switch, we're going to bring the hand up to that shoulder level. So we're all going to kind of go here and we're going to go up to that shoulder level with that hand. You're not going to change the speed. You're only going to change the height and it's going to come out very slightly and you're going to be going 1, 2, 3, 4, up, grab. Yeah, everyone try that. And you'll be grabbing right again like you're going to start drop spin. Half more, Aaron, so that you grab with the blade up. Let me lower my camera since I'm on the floor. I'm going to hit my roof. Okay. So again, I am like this. Remember, I'm grabbing flat, 2, 3, 4, up, flat. So imagine catching like this, right? Yeah, try it again. Make sure it's a full single. Single, grab. There, Aaron, that was good. Good, Maura. So now, remember, so watch my tempo really quick. Just watch my hilt. And I know my video is probably a little bit choppy because Zoom or whatever, but watch my tempo stays consistently down even when my saber's in the air. I go 5, 6, 7, press and down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, down. Do we all see that? Do we see how I'm not doing this on every up? 1, 2, 3, speed it up. Speed it up. I'm not doing that, right? It stays a very consistent tempo. That's why it's important to know that your hand just goes from here to shoulder level. And you guys can start practicing again, but just make sure you feel that down to up at shoulder level. Don't change the speed, just lift a little bit higher. 2, 3, 4, up, 2, 3, 4, up. I pinky promise you, this is like one of the hardest exercises just in color guard ever. Just consecutive singles are something that just everyone in color guard struggles with. But keeping that saber going on higher rotations is just a very advanced skill that like even I work on every single day to this day. It's just something that's going to be, it's hard. It's really hard to do consistently, but it's good. It gets it into your body. A little tiny bit higher, Aaron. And that's also why it's so hard too, because you're having to force your body to lift your hand up without adding speed, which is very hard to do. You have to keep that tempo down, 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 softly up, down, down. You know what I mean? It's that same thing I say color guard people are really bad at of taking away energy. It's this. This is where it comes into play. Go ahead and try it. Good, Maura. That was it. Yes, Wendy. Good. Yeah, Wendy, those are perfect. Yeah, good, good, good. Don't get a little bit too high above the shoulder. Yeah. Good, good. A little bit too fast, Aaron. Slow them down. Oh yeah, be careful. Don't speed it up. Don't speed it up. Yeah, you're going here. with that rotation. So make sure you just lift. That's why it's going so fast. I hope your finger's okay. And then feel too, like as we do these, remember that all the way back from like our first Sabre lesson. And honestly, I probably talk about it in every single class, but the swing of the equipment, you've heard that 30 times before and probably 30 times in this class alone, but that's so important. The swing of what I'm doing is what launches my Sabre back up. If I'm just doing this and up, squeeze, and up, squeeze, that's not consistent. That's no swing. You have to let it swing. Up, swing up, swing up. Just like drop spins, swinging around, it's the same thing. Swing up, swing up, swing up, every single time. Feel that swing, catch it at flat until it swings down and up. Yeah, Wendy, that's good. You have okay, Wendy, you have very consistent catches as you go back into your spins. That's really good. And I don't know if we all have like watched her video at all, but she's doing, so what, everyone come really quickly. So something that Wendy's doing really good right now is she's going into the release, and maybe some of them are a tiny bit high at times, but she's able to press right back into those spins and keep a consistent tempo. Does that make sense? This is honestly going to be your quickest tell to see if you're speeding up or slowing down, because once you grab the drop spins, you won't be in time anymore. So if you're having to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and up, and you're having to speed up a bunch, or you're having to slow down, you probably did it wrong. So make sure you're feeling down, 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 up, consistent, every single time. I keep that same down tempo, yeah? Go ahead and try it a couple more times. That was good, Wendy. A little higher, Maura. Good, yes, 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 yes. Okay, so now, after we get used to height, the next step is always that we release too soon, because we're getting softer with our release. We're like trying to release it really soft. So we think of like, oh, softness, I need to let go sooner. When in reality, that's not the case. You still have to hold on just as long. So I think a lot of us right now are going here and we're releasing too soon. So our sabers are doing this. We see I'm catching like on this part of the saber, yeah? So hold on a little bit longer, get those knuckles to go up. So the saber goes straight up. It's not the rotation or the height that's an issue. It's just the releasing too soon. So your saber's traveling that way. Yeah, go ahead and try a couple more times. Feel those fingertips go up, hold on longer. Yeah, do you feel it, Aaron, of releasing a little too soon? Yeah, there you go, Maura. Yeah, Aaron, that was so much closer with the tracking. Now get a little bit higher with the hand. There you go. Yeah, Aaron, so much closer. Good. Okay. So let's go ahead and try it all together. We're going to be starting on that right side, and we're going to do 4 spins plus a single, and then 4 more drop spins. Yeah. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, and up, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. And 5, and 6, and 5, 6, 7. Press and 1, 2, 3, 4, and up, 2, 3, 4. Try it again. Same thing. Here we go. 5, and 6, and 5, 6, 7. Press up, down, and 2, and 3, and 4. Up, 5, 6, 7. Stop. Cool. Last time. Last one. Here we go. And 5, and 6, and 5, 6, 7, pressing down. 2, 3, 4, and up. 6, 7, stop. Yeah, good. Okay, everyone going to get some water, and then we're going to go ahead and start tossing. So notice consecutive singles, like what we just did, that's the basic of it, obviously. Yeah, you can do as many of them as you want. You can do them consistently, but that's the basic of it. Down, 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 up, down, down. Keeping that tempo consistent, focusing on height, keeping the hilt down every single count. Those are all the little things that'll help you get it. Make sense? Cool. So when we toss right now, we're going to be doing singles, doubles, triples, and quads. Yes, at the end of class, you're totally free. If you want to try fives and stuff, you can. But that's what we'll be doing in class today. We'll be doing quads and everything. And then we'll just literally be focusing on release points, consistency, and how you're releasing. I'm not going to try to change your technique, just depending on where you come from. We all toss differently, you know what I mean? But it's just working consistently on how to get better catches, on how to get consistent in your releases and stuff, yeah? So go ahead and start taking a couple tosses, singles, doubles, stuff like that. I'm going to head outside and we'll get started. You got about 1 minute. It's so bright outside. Okay. Can y'all hear me still? Yeah, okay, awesome. So let's go ahead and get started with some singles. Yeah, left hand will be under, right hand will be over. Yeah, just obviously the basic form of these singles, making sure that we're pushing straight down. Everyone go ahead and just give me a push with that hand. Good. Making sure that when we do this push, this hand stays still. This other hand wants to stay in that same point that it's in. Good, that's like the biggest concept of singles that you wanna make sure you understand. And now your swing is coming from that singular point. You're not lifting your hand up when you go into your release. It's just coming from that same point and up. And that's what makes your single happen, is it's just a rotation of that hand. There's no lift at all. Literally no lift. You go push up, grab, push, twist, grab. That's it. Good. Let's just go ahead and try one single all together, yeah? Here we go. And 5 and 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2. Good. Try it again. Make sure we're not just letting that saber tip fall. Make sure we're actively pushing down. Even if your technique isn't to push or not, you still have to be starting the energy and initiating the rotation, yeah? Here we go. And 5 and 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and up, squeeze. Good, now we do it the other way. So obviously this way is not harder because of any reason other than you have to catch in the hilt. Does that make sense? So go ahead and try this side now, treating it just like a standard single. A little bit too high on that side, Maura? Good, good. Yeah. And then, so this side, everyone go here for me again. Everyone go here. So this side, you have to make sure you're still pushing down just the same. right? Just pushing same way down with that hilt, but you have to make sure you're spotting now the hilt. You're not spotting the spotter anymore. You're watching the hilt as it comes around so your hand can hit it. Now, here's my question for you. If we go into our catch position, everyone show me where you're supposed to catch. Right here, right? Yes. So if we're going into our catch position differently every single time, how are we supposed to get consistent with that hand? Does that make sense? So that's a good thing to think about as you're going into the catch of the hilt, is that if you're trying to put your hand somewhere different every single time, like if, oh, I'm trying to catch over here, oh, now I'm trying to catch over here, it's never going to get consistent. Just literally think of your left hand going up like this. And that every single time that action is happening, and pretty soon, once your toss is consistent, that hand will hit every single time. And now I know when I catch my hilt, that's where my hand goes. And now that's why these are consistent, because that's how I do it now. Does that make sense? So same thing for y'all. Make sure as you're releasing, you're trying to feel that hand go into the hilt. That was perfect, Nora. So now every single time you want to try to get that hand to that same place. Good, Aaron. Aaron, yes, good. Yeah, don't release too soon. Don't hold on a little longer. Good, yes. Cool. So let's try that on the right side a couple times. Here we go. And 5 and 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2. Good again, same thing. And 5 and 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2. Good, yes, okay. So now let's do 4 back and forth. 4 back and forth. So this is just to get used to the push release, making sure that as we catch, we are squeezing and stopping our saber. Make sense for everyone? Beautiful, here we go. Here we go. So left hand under to start in the hilt, right hand will be over. And 5 and 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2. Good, so let's go ahead and try it again. I realized I didn't even give counts to any of you. So we're pushing on 8 and or 4 and, releasing on that count 1 each time, and catching on 2. And then it's split by 4s. You all mostly just did it, but I don't know if we did it in a panic or not. So let's go ahead and try it again. Here we go. Now that we all have the counts, so we don't have to just follow, make sure you're applying those counts to your technique now. Here we go. 5 and 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, push, lift, squeeze, 3, 4, push, lift, squeeze, 3, 4, push, lift, squeeze, 3, 4, push, lift, squeeze. Good, cool. Let's go ahead and move on now. Just really quickly, everyone go here. So we're gonna have that left hand under in the hilt, right hand also under, and we're at a shoulder hip angle. Good, I want you to feel a pull down. Pull down. Exact same thing as we did on the other side though. There's no kind of movement with this hand. It's just a slight lift to go into a single. And then everyone go here and grab for me. Good, so you're gonna be going down, up, grab. Grab, good, don't do too much. Make sure it goes very low. It should literally just be rotating right in front of that shoulder. A little higher, Aaron. Good, Maura. Zoe, is that hand right now or your right hand? It should be in your right. It should be in your right hand that you're releasing with. Yeah, I'm mirroring you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm doing everything on the opposite side right now, but you guys do it on the real side. Yeah, of course. Here we go. So everyone go here again. So let's feel down. We'll feel pull on 8 and, release 1, catch on 2, just the same as our normal singles. Here we go. And 5 and 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and up, grab. Good, check your catch position. Make sure we're right in front of that shoulder. And again, same thing. 5 and 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, down, up, grab. Beautiful, last time. Last time, here we go. This time too, I want us to feel, everyone go back to here, sorry, really quick. Let me go back to here. And now feel it, make sure we're catching all at this tape too. Yeah, and now from here, just feel it go down and tuck. Yeah, so you're gonna feel, and 1, 2, 3. Here we go. And 5 and 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, grab 2, down 3. Good. So whenever we add the tuck on, I just do that sometimes with my students. I learned that at Blue Devils too. It just really helps. Like a lot of times blade tosses go into other things that like continue, as I'm sure we felt and seen in choreography and stuff. So that's just a quick way in your technique too to practice also continuing that motion and while getting a strong catch and everything. But I kind of do both. So just as we do blade tosses, remember that. Let's go ahead and move on to doubles now. Yeah. So we'll go ahead and do that left hand under, right hand over, just like normal. We go into our standard dip. Everyone go ahead and go here for me. Let's talk about this. Remember, I'm at tabletop with this arm. Like I should be able to rest a drink on my elbow. I always tell my kids that. And now from here, you want to feel your shoulder and your bicep and your elbow all pushing down to make this action happen. Yes. Everyone go back to this dip again. And now put your elbow like this. And now remember, do we see how we have no push? Try to push your saber. We have like no energy or muscle from that arm. Now go back to that. Yeah, feel and see that difference. Like that's a true difference. It's not just like for funsies. That's an actual like anatomical difference that you can have in your push. So make sure you're here so you can feel that entire thing. Yeah, cool. So now from here, you feel that lift. You feel that push down, lift. We're gonna just go like fingertips to shoulder level. Fingertips to shoulder. Yeah, or like wrist in line with the chest to release that. And you're gonna be grabbing on 2 and. So if you watch, I'm gonna be going 5 and 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1 and 2 and. Catching right on that count 2 and. Let him try a couple times on your own. A little high, Aaron. Oh, be careful, no. A little higher, Maura. Good, Aaron, there it is. There, good, yes. Make sure we're breathing out on our releases. A big breath out as you go into your release, so your muscles aren't tensing up. Grab. Good, Aaron, yeah, and then spread those hands out as you go into that catch. Remember our catches, and this is another, you know, I love science and physics and everything, so here's another physics lesson. If I am rotating and that center of balance is here, if I grab close to the center of balance, it's gonna keep going, right? We can all see that when we toss. If I do a triple and I catch really close to the spotter, watch. Do we see that? That toss keeps going. But if I do the same triple I just did and I just spread out my hands, that saber will stop. No matter where it is in the air, that saber stops. Do we all see that? So it's not really like, I personally don't care if you catch tape. I'm not like a crazy person like that where I need you to catch tip and beat box arms and all, whatever. I just do need you to spread out your hands so that your saber stops. Does that make sense? That is the whole point of that technique, is making sure that you are stopping your saber strong still. Yeah, so go ahead and try that. Try spreading out those hands, getting that strong flat and that stop. A little too high, Aaron. Yeah, remember the best techniques and the best spinners are the ones that have a little bit of both from all sides of the country. A little too high, Maura. And grab. Yeah, still too high. Remember, these doubles should rotate directly in front of my face. In front of my face, grab. There's like no height to these either. And grab. Close. And grab. Even less. And you can soften up. Soften up the energy so much. So much. Yes. Yeah. Do even more. Even more. Yes. Even more. Yeah. You're just doing too much. Yeah. Your hands are going all to the right place. You're just pushing too much energy into your saber. Yeah. This is good. You want to feel like you need to back off. You know what I mean? You want to do less so that it feels like nothing as it comes out of your hands. Try again. Like nothing, nothing, and grab. Yep, again, same thing. Yep, there you go, yeah. And then also make sure too, you're getting a little bit of a whip with that hand as it comes out. So that's gonna make your toss, if you see my double, that's gonna make it speed up and get that half that's happening, yeah? So make sure it's just going up, fingertips up to release. Yeah, try again, fingertips up. And grab. Yes, there you go. Good. Try it again. And then a little less. Fingertips up. Grab. There. Beautiful. And then spread those hands out. Yes. Okay. So for your double, it was this thing. This was the thing that was doing it for you. Yeah. So make sure those fingertips go straight up and then really work to spread out those hands on the catch. Let's all try it together. Everyone's in now. Here we go. Trying that double, catching on 2 and. We'll dip on count 7, so we'll go 5, 6, 7, 8, and up into and. Here we go. And 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and up into and. Good. Again, same thing. And 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and up into and. Good. And again, I'm still close to the camera. And again, and 5, and 6, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and up into and. Good. Yeah. So Maura, you just really want to back off. You truly do as you go into that release, because your technique is really good as you go into your push lift. So you don't have to do any extra things with your energy. Does that make sense? And that goes for everyone. That's a really big, like a cool concept when you're tossing, is that the technique will take care of it. If you're doing everything on the counts and everything, you really don't have to add too much muscle. And that's, I don't know if we remember back from my first couple of classes, is that's what I kind of base all my teaching off, is you don't need muscle to do color guard. You just need timing and technique. So same thing here, just do what the counts are, that 5, 6, 7, 8, and up into and it'll come out perfectly. Don't try to add any energy. Let's do one more. Everyone breathe out and soften up those releases. Here we go. And 5, and 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and up into and. Good. Yeah, cool. There we go. Now let's try some blades. So now that right hand is under, left hand is under. Both hands are under. Good. I do the same thing where I'm pulling down through my left hip, through the hip. I'm pulling, and I'm going up through the right hip. Now with blade tosses, I do have a very consistent pattern that I tell all my students and all the people that I teach blade tosses to, is that I'm watching the hilt go down, up, grab. Down, up, grab. Once you feel that hilt go up twice, you put in that hand. So if you're doing the counts of pull on 8 and release on 1, you'll feel down, up, grab. Up, grab. Yeah, that pattern just for some reason just seems to help people just like understand like what the blade is doing in the air, and then literally get the hand into grab. So that's like my quickest way, and it works truly with like every single toss, even triples, down, up, grab. Like it's just a pattern that just literally sticks in your head and gets your hand in. So let's go ahead and try the double a couple of times. Try it. Let me see it, Zoe, a couple of times. And then Zoe, your video is very choppy. So truly, like after we're done with this like class and everything, try sending me some videos, like feedback. Because it's a little too choppy for me to give you proper feedback right now. Good, Aaron.
Thank you.
Catch a little bit higher on the blade. You're welcome, Zoe. Catch a little bit higher on the blade. Yeah, there you go. Up, grab. Good, more. Yeah. Okay. So now here's a little thing. Let's all try doubles together before I go into this. Let's try doubles. Here we go. So releasing, remember pulling on 8 and, lifting 1, catching 2 and. Yeah. Here we go. And 5 and 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and up into and. Good. Again, same thing. And 5 and 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, down, up, grab. Good. Let's do 2 more. 2 more. And 5 and 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, down, up, grab. Good. Last one. Here we go. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, down, up, grab. Okay. Go ahead and get some water before we move on to triples. And just really quick, as you're getting water, just watch this. If I am catching my blade toss vertically, but I'm not using 2 hands, we all understand that like once we do tosses, it wants to keep rotating, right? I'm sure we're all having that issue where like when we do it, it wants to do this. Yeah. So the way to combat that, instead of thinking of catching vertically and this happening, right, is to think of catching at this opposite 45. So when I go in to catch my saber, I should be catching right here. That way it naturally presses and rotates into vertical. Does that make sense? So my toss will go from looking like this to looking like this and being at that perfect vertical. Does that make sense? So again, don't think of catching vertically and going past. Think of going here and to the spot. And that might be a little bit confusing, but yeah, that's how you want to think of going to that catch, yeah? Cool. Let's try some triples. Let's try some triples. Cool. So forward triples. My technique, I am doing wrist to shoulder. I'm going all the way up here. And then I'm having wrist to shoulder. And then I'm making sure I push the same, obviously, pushing down on the 8 and releasing on 1. I want to make sure I don't go here. I don't want to get anywhere above the shoulder. So this is like the last toss that is like one of the ones that is easier to get consistent because it stops at that shoulder. Does that make sense? So when you kind of feel, when you feel that arm hit its limit of bent, that's when you release. Does that make sense? That you kind of squeeze your arm. Squeeze. Yeah. And then make sure we don't get the elbow up as you release. Keep that down. Go ahead and try a couple. Releasing on 1, catching on 3. And I'll show. So obviously, let me move my camera. The single was right in front of my face. Yeah. The double was right above my head. The triple is a little bit above that. So single is here, like below the chin. Double's right in front of the face. And then triple's right above that head. We all see that? So make sure that triple's not going all the way up here. It should be right above that head as it spins. Go ahead and try a couple times. A little higher, Maura. There you go. Yeah. So make sure. Yeah. So you're getting a really good push down. This left hand just going up too slow. Yeah. It'll go faster. So really quickly, as you guys are talking, you can keep going. I know I talk a lot, so feel free to keep spinning. I think one of the things as we're tossing when we're learning is we're always told to like push more, right? Like as we get higher in our tosses and go up the ladder, we're told to push more and do more of this and that. But remember that my counts are the exact same, right? And kind of imagine if I'm going from here on 8 and to 1, but on a triple, I'm doing the exact same counts. I now have to go from here 8 and to 1, right? I have to go so much farther. So that means I have to go so much faster. Does that make sense? So your tosses cannot feel the same. That is like a kind of an incorrect concept to think. Your singles should not feel the same that your 5s do. They should feel so much faster. And I'll show you guys, for my singles, I'm just going 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, right? I don't have to move that fast. But now that my hand is going all the way up here a lot quicker, I have to move so much faster. 5, 7, and 1. See how much faster my left hand came out to get that toss to come out? So think about that too when you're doing these triples. It cannot be like, oh, I'm doing a single but going up here. It has to literally feel like going quick up. Try a couple times. Yeah, Aaron, good. Spread those hands out. There you go, Maura. Yeah, a little faster. Push up, grab. There it is, yes. Down, up, grab, yes. And then remember we talk about the breathing out, bringing out on a release. That's to not get any jolt, right? I'm not wanting to, like, even though they're 2 separate actions, there has to be some sort of connection to them, right? It can't be something that goes here and then motion stops and then I go back up with the hand. It's a consistent motion. It's that U shape, that swinging down and up. So we have to make sure we're thinking of that when we're releasing too. It is not a push, lift separately, push, lift, because then we get that. We get that toss coming out slow. It's so much faster. It's one smooth process. 5, 7, push, lift. It's super quick. 5, 7, swing up. One smooth process as you go into that release. Yes, that's what's going to make those tosses come out so much faster. Smooth up. And that's too much, Maura, right? Yeah, okay, yeah. A little higher now. Okay, let's go ahead and try one all together. Here we go. All together. And 5 and 6, 5, 6, step 7, 8, and up, 2, 3. Good, let's try it again. Just spread out those hands as you get more comfortable with it. Here we go again. And 5 and 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and up, 2, grab. Let's do 2 more, a little bit low, Maura, yeah. Here we go again. And 5 and 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and up, 2, grab. That one was just left hand. That one was good more. It was just that left hand coming over. Let's try it again. Sorry if it's hard to hear me. There's a lawnmower. Here we go. And 5 and 6, 5, 6, 7, and up, 2, grab. Good, cool. Okay. So once we start getting above that double range and we start going into triples, I told you this is where it starts getting like inconsistent because of that shoulder. We can go anywhere now, right? With singles, it's just a rotation. With doubles, it's just a slight lift. So that's easy to kind of gauge. But when triples start happening, it's hard to get that consistent because we're not used to just putting our arm in this position just naturally throughout our life, right? So it's going to be hard to recognize exactly where this goes every single time. But that's what's important. That's where the consistency comes from, is your hands doing the same thing every single time, right? And it's kind of like one of those big concepts. We can all get water too before we move on to our blades. But one of those big concepts is that like, I don't know how much I'm pushing, honestly. I can't say I'm pushing 30% or I'm pushing 40%. I can guess that, of course. But you don't know that you're pushing 61.2% every time, right? But you do know this. You do know this very solid, consistent point every single time. So you want to make sure we're all hitting that point as much as possible. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Erin. Have a good day. Cool. Yeah. So let's go ahead and do some blades now. Let's go ahead and do some blade triples. Good. So same exact thing, that same exact concept. I'm feeling that pull down on 8 and I'm pulling quicker to that 1 to go into release. And now that pattern that I'm feeling is down, up, 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 grab to go into that catch. So there's 3 of those ups. Down, up, 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 grab. Down, up, 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 grab. And now my release point is exactly the same for this side as it is for my other side. I do all my release points the exact same. Yeah, so make sure you're feeling that swing. Swing, up, 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 grab. Good, yes. Oh, dang, Maura, how'd you catch in the hilt? Grab. Yes, okay, hilt catch. I don't know how you're doing that. Good. Yeah, higher. No, not higher, faster. Yeah, pull down a little bit quicker with this hand. Pull down faster. My suitcase. Put on quick. There it is. Yeah, try it again. No, it's too much. Do it again. There you go, yeah. A little bit too high, Zoe. Yeah, so make sure we're not coming at the toss like this, right? Because it's coming from vertical. I know we're used to catching all of our tosses like that, but you want to make sure for blade tosses that we have to come from we either have to come from the side, if that's your technique that you learned. I learned to come straight forward. So I learned to come into my tosses like this. So that's how I do them too, as I go down, up, 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 in, not going under, because then the saber can just fall right through the hand and fall. Yeah. I'm gonna try a couple more times. Good, here we go. Let's try it. Let's try it together. So catching on that count 3, and remember that thing about going 45, then vertical as we go into that grab. Here we go. Tossing on 1, catching on 3, and 5, and 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and up, 2, 3. Good, let's try it again. Half more, Maura. Again. Zoe, those are super close. You just want to work as soon as you release. Don't let the body drop down. Yeah, make sure you stay up tall and go into that release, pushing. Here we go. And 5, and 6, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and up, 2, grab. Good, again, same thing. Here we go. And 5, and 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, down, up, and grab. Yes, okay. So Maura, for you, your thing you want to work on is making sure that when you release, you don't go past and hold on too long. That's what's making it kind of go slow and high sometimes. Make sure you go here and stop and get it out of your hand so it can start rotating quickly. And then for you, Zoe, you want to make sure as you go down into your catch as you're going into grab, that you're not going here, but the hip. It's going up and it's falling straight down. You're pushing the hip into the grab as well, so you don't sink. Yeah? Cool. Okay. Both of you guys go and get some water, and then we'll do some quads before we're done, yeah? I'm gonna start working those quads a little bit.
I might have to suddenly leave. It's starting to rain, so if I just leave, that's why.
Okay, no problem at all. No problem. Yeah, we'll talk through quads really quick, and then you can get inside and everything, obviously. And then, yeah, feel free to leave whenever you need. Are you around like the hurricane weather too, Maura?
Not at all. I'm up north.
Oh, okay. Just raining. Just normal rain.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, so let's do some quads. So same thing as triples. Your triples and your quads are going to be probably two of the most similar feeling tosses, honestly, because your triples here and your quads here. There's a very small amount of difference. I would say the difference comes from the speed of what you're doing. Yeah. So obviously my triple is at shoulder height, right? So go ahead and put your left hands here. And now that quad is just going to reach like 5 inches higher. So now your shoulder should be right in the middle. Yeah. It's like, I guess like wrist to chin is a good one too, or just like hand to face is a good one. Yeah. So releasing that, remember we've talked about, now you have to go, instead of going from here 8 and to 1, you have to go all the way up here. So you have to make sure you're pulling so much quicker to go up with that left hand. So go ahead and try it. You'll be catching on count 3 and. You'll go on 5, 7, 1, 2, 3 and. Every time you catch. 5, 7, 1, 2, 3 and. Then try that a couple times. I'll scroll through. A little higher, Maura. Yep. Remember, don't let this happen on your releases. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, okay, yeah, that one was coming right out of the fingertips. That's good. Make sure you don't cut off here with that hand. Yeah, fingertips up to release. Yeah, there, yeah, that was a good one. So make sure when you're going into your release, you're not letting this happen a little bit, slightly coming forward every once in a while, because it's gonna slow down your toss, yeah? Make sure you go straight up to the release. When I start getting into higher tosses and tosses that go above my shoulder, I have to physically think pull back, because if I don't, then my toss is gonna travel forward, right? So I have to think pull back so it stays on my person. Yeah, I think back here in line, not out here as I release. Let's go ahead and try a couple more. Yeah, so Zoe, just make sure you're at your flat to start, right? You're at your flat, you're at your dip. Make sure from here you're not getting an extra lift before you push, and also make sure you're not jolting before you push. Make sure you go right from here. It just goes down like this and then up. You're getting a little bit of a stop. So as you go into your push, you're going like this with that hand. Make sure it goes all the way down. Contributes all energy possible to that push, yeah.
Gotcha.
Good, Maura, yeah. Let's try like 2 more. We'll try it together. Yeah, more. Those are good. Spread out those hands. That's literally it. A little bit under. Let's try it together. Here we go. Let's do a couple together. We'll do like 5. Here we go. And 5 and 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and up 2, 3, and again. Here we go. And 5 and 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and up 2, 3, and again. 3 more. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and up 2, 3, and Yeah, don't hold on too long more. Remember that. Release sooner. Yeah, so it gets out of your hands fast. Here we go. 2 more. 5 and 6. 5, 6, 7, and 8, and up. 2, 3, and. And again. Last one. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and up. 2, 3, and. There. Okay, cool. So come closer really quick. Obviously, it's just 2 of you, but come closer. So great job for both of you. Yeah, obviously, thank you for coming out in this light rain and everything, Maura. And then obviously, thank you, Zoe, for being here in the wind and stuff. Like I said about these tosses, like tossing is the hardest part of color guard because it's like half of it, right? Like tossing is literally kind of like half of the color guard when we think about it, especially like in this activity. So you have to make sure you put a lot of effort into tossing. And one of the things you're gonna find, like as you keep tossing higher and higher, is that you probably have a different issue on every toss. It's probably not gonna be the same thing. Like the reason you can't get your 5s is probably not gonna be the same reason that your triples might be inconsistent. And then just for the same reason, like, oh, your triples might not be inconsistent or might not be consistent for the same reason that your 5s are. Does that make sense? So realize that sometimes you can't pull information like that from different tosses. You have to make sure you're focusing on the feeling of what you're doing, right? If you know that feeling of doing a quad every single time right out, then you'll be able to do a quad at any moment. But if you can only rely on counts, and if you can only do your quad when someone's counting for you, then you don't know how to do a quad. Does that make sense? So really kind of think that and like use that concept as you're tossing and stuff and focus on the feeling. Yeah, and that's how I kind of run my lessons and my classes too, as you guys see, is sometimes at the end, we don't even do the full exercise because I just want to make sure you understand how to do the skill or the thing that we're doing, and that's going to excel you. Does that make sense? Yeah, cool. So I'll be staying on my normal like 2 to 3 minutes, obviously, if you guys have any questions or anything. But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming. I have a rifle class right after this. You can totally do it inside because I know both of you guys have crazy weather if you're planning to come to it, but it is totally doable inside and everything. It's not going to be as crazy as my piece I just posted with like splits and stuff like that. So don't worry. It's just going to be some spins and it's going to be performing to your choreography. Yeah, cool. You guys have a good rest of your day, and I hope to see you in another class soon.
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys. Thank you, Zoe. Bye, guys.